What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another special episode of American Truck Simulator Home Daily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this one will be a little different. I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting on my 10 now. I'm headed over to Bakersfield. So I'm just sitting on my 10. But the reason I'm doing this video is I was on Facebook while I was waiting, and I was talking about my lease, and there was so many people that got confused talking about, oh, you can't lease? What's a lease? You can't lease in the game. So I'm gonna break it down on this one for you. Put it in a way that you'll explain to some who still don't get how this game can have leases. So now that's out the way, let's get over to it. But before I say that, the fourth wall is gonna be broken in this. You might as well already get that out your head. Fourth wall is gonna be broken on this one. So get that out your mind. And another reason I'm doing leases and everything, the game offers a wide variety of companies and cargoes and everything else. With each company, when you really think about it, being different from each other, can be its own lease. It really can. People don't believe me. But before I get ahead of myself, let's jump to the board. Alright, now let's start with what a lease is versus a company driver to begin with. So say you're here. Usually most of the time you are if you're looking for something. When you go to a quick job, that means you're using their equipment, their authority, everything. It's not your truck, not your trailer, none of that. That's why all the gas and fuel is covered by them. It legit is. As I said, the game gives you this. So when you do a quick job, in layman's term, you are legit then a company driver. You are no owner operator, nothing like that. You are legit a company driver. Now, let's jump down to freight market. This is when you have your own truck. In this situation. This is when you have your own truck. This is when you get into leasing the truck on, which means you are running under their outfit, their name, their DOT number, all of that. It's not your trailer. Now, you can get your own trailer on here and still be technically leasing someone, but I'm not going into that right now. But if you have like your own stuff all together, truck, trailer, and your own authority, company, everything, then you're a complete CEO. You ain't leasing nobody. That's your company. But, which I do have a trailer, I just don't run it that often. I like leasing on the companies, and I'll show you why. But before I show you that, let me show you the lease I'm currently leased to, which people still don't believe me, but I'll show you the lease right here. Should be on your screen. Okay, so I am currently leased to a company called AMT, All Machine Transport. You can see it where it says cargo, multi-pivot loads, and machine type base loads, stuff like that. And the fun thing about this lease, it has a local division and a long haul division. Now let me stop you right there. I know a bunch of people I can hear from here. It's a simulator, which means I made this up, which means the game gave me what I needed to make this up. So no, this is not something the game is doing. I am doing this based off what the game gives me. You get me? Cool. Alright, now so back to what I was saying about AMT. You see where it says the long division? That's what I do a lot. I don't do the local division too often. I might do it next Friday, but that's a big if. I gotta get home first. But see how it says 400 miles or more to qualify for a long haul division? That means when I go to this board, let's use where I'm at for example, because I'm in Edinburgh. I just came from the Gallus and all that, trying to head to Bakersfield. It's been in Bakersfield. As it stands right now, as you can see, if I wanted to take a load, or this ain't the best example, because they would do some empty pallets for stuff, so they would count as that. So I can't use this one. They would work. But let's say we go here. Perfect example. Being under AMT, this I can't haul. This would not be allowed to me. This one works because it's a machine. No. No. A lot of these, no, the lift truck would be the only one that's under them. That would be AMT. So that's how the lease works. You follow the guidelines of what it does, and legit, you can check the board, and there's your lease cargo and what you can do. And I'm sure you're probably asking now, what does the whole, if you look down here, division a week, 25, not 25, 75, if you will, and for the long haul, or long division rather, 100,000. That means, and that's why it works for this week as well, barely, but when you come from home, at least with this lease, when I left home, I had a load going up to, where did I go? Salt Lake. That's right. I went there to Salt Lake. Now it screwed up or something. It didn't give me what I needed. It only gave me 600. So then I had to find another load under AMT to get closer to 100,000 before I can get home. And let me stop you there. Because I'm an owner operator, I can go home when I want. When I say go home, that means they will not route you home. They will not get you a load closer home until you reach that minimum. And that is legit true, kind of. Again, simulated. But I couldn't go home from Salt Lake because that 600 wasn't crap. So I went from there to the Gallus, shoot down a little bit. That got me my 80. And this one, once I deliver it up here, that'll give me my 40. That's my 100 for the week. And then I can go home if I choose. Now, like I said, because it's Friday, it'll be Friday still. And I wasn't expected to be home this early. I can run another load if I choose. But that's only if it falls under their category. And again, I'm an owner operator. So I can be kind of picky. So let's say right now I was in Los Angeles. Let's say at home. I was home. I'm not home yet, but let's say I was. And let's say this was Friday. It's not. It's Wednesday still. But let's say it was Friday. And I was looking at the board just like this. Looking. And granted, yes, the name of the segment is Home Daily. So I like to be home. I like to try and get home on weekends, and which I would be on Friday. So I'm not looking for no Boise, Idaho, because that one would count. That one would count. That one would count. But those are too long. They don't count because it's not AMT. Let's see what else. None of these. This one, but see. So in theory, the way it looks like right now, oh, excuse me, there's nothing I would take. Yeah, that's not it. So there's nothing I would really take. So technically speaking, I wouldn't be going nowhere Friday. There's nothing under the AMT lease that would work for this, or what I want to do anyway. And that is a good example of how leases can work on this game. It gives you everything you need. Different cargoes. Or what else? Own trucks. Their trailers. So technically you are leasing onto them to haul their stuff. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could say. But again, you can do like every one of these companies. As a matter of fact, that company, 42 Print, I'm going to be leased back to them next month. I think so. In that or September. They have different rules. They have different cargoes. So if I was leased to them now, this one would be good. This one would be good. All of these would be off limits. Well, not under 42 Print. And that one would be good. And it's funny about 42 Print. Now that I talk about it as far as the lease. Because they're actually, you see, AMT is a real life company that I put into the game for the name because it works with machine stuff. Whereas 42 Print's actually in the game. Part of that lease is whenever I go to a city, like say here or here. Do they have one? Okay, right there. Yeah, right there. When I deliver in that city, I have to load from 42 Print. Taking, again, owner operator, so it's kind of a choice what load you want to take that falls under their lease. But you have to go from 42 Print under the 42 Print lease if it's available in the city. You know, that is legit how leases can work in this game. It's not going to do it for you. I say this all the time, and people still don't believe me. The game can't do it all. But leases can work. They work very well. I've been doing this since 2020. And it's worked great. That's why I had to start. That's part of the reason this guy started. Because I put up a picture. Because I didn't used to plan out how I was going to do different leases throughout the year. But I started doing that too. so I can get everything out this game that it can offer. And I know you might be thinking now, why? Well, I'll put it like this. Say you don't have a lease. Like I have my own truck, I have my own trailer. When I get on this board, I'm not even gonna do this one. Let's go to cargo. Oh, I don't have a trailer now that I can do. Again, I'm leased. But let's say I was looking at those like this. No, you can't count this too much. You have to have your own trailer. So let's say you were looking at the cargo market. I wish I could get to it, but I can't. I have to drop it. I'm not doing all that. So you're looking around. Let's take away all that together. Let's say you don't have your trailer. Say you're looking on here. No lease. You're just looking. All of these are available. And I know that's maybe fun, but in reality, you can't just jump on any load board and get anything you want. You have to follow what your lease does. Like if you worked for in real life, Schneider or Prime, you couldn't take a Schneider load if you're with Prime, and vice versa. And that's an aspect that I add to the game with these leases that works really, really well. That's why I love doing it. And again, this is my opinion. You do what you want. But I love being able to look here. Like I'm with AMT now, seeing that I can't take that. None of that's available. None. This one is. But not too many more available from, I'm going to go Phoenix. I mean, I'm not, but I'm looking at Phoenix right now. But that's the beauty of a lease. It gives a different depth to the game that can't really be simulated at the moment. Now, does that not mean they will at some point? Oh, yeah, they got you all the material. They could easily do it, but they haven't yet, which I can fully understand. But you can do it. Everyone always says you can't. No, it is very possible. Very easy. Simple. I just explained pretty much all the AMT lease I'm doing now. And it works very well. And shoot, and it's even better if you run legal, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But no, to cap it all off, AMT lease, this would be acceptable. This wouldn't. This wouldn't. And that's the lease. If you want to be a company driver, then you just go here, quick job, because it's none of your stuff. You are legit driving everything under them. So you be a company. With Freight Market, you are leasing if you own your own truck. Now you have to with Freight Market. So you are leasing when you do this. Now, granted, yes. What's cargo? If you were to get cargo market right through here, that pretty much is saying you're a CEO to a certain extent. I don't know. I still count that as lease, but that's my opinion. You don't have to. Because legit, you could have your own truck and trailer and lease both of them onto a company. I've done that before too. Okay. But no, that is about the sum up of how leases can work on this game. It's not impossible. It's very easy to do. You got to do a little work as far as creating it up if you want. Or if you want to come talk to me, I have like 20 of them. I can send you a PDF or an email of them. You can try them for yourself. Or just talk to me and I can walk you through it if you want to try it. But it's very simple, very easy. The game gives you everything. You don't really have to even think. And I guess that made about my sum up of on leases. Because it boggles my mind that people don't understand how this can work. But that's why I put this video out, just to make it simple, make it easy, give you a better understanding of it, and show you how this is not just a simple click and go if you look past that. Speaking of which, what time is it? Oh, it's 4:49. 4:49. Did he move? Oh yeah, he moved. He moved too. All right. That was my little PDA, if you will, about leases. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, maybe. Like I said, I'm on 10-hour break, so I'm gonna go get in this bunk and chill out. All right. I'll holler at y'all later.